Scoopy Radio, we are in there like swimwear. Brother, let me, what you laughing at?
I like it. That was a great line. Listen, I appreciate that. That's what I do too. So whenever I see people coming out, dropping lines, rhyming, having a good time, that's what it's supposed to be about. That's what creating content is. That's what doing TV is. So I can appreciate that. I'm just gassing you up just a little bit.
Well, I appreciate that. Tell me something. I feel like for you, you were ahead of the curve, but you were right on time at the same time. I feel like you were kind of moving in a way before social media was really popping, but you had a name and you had a kind of a presence. If RG3 was making moves today and was the Heisman winner, what would that look like in today's social media climate?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, you're talking, we didn't have any NIL back then. Social media back then was like a little bit taboo. Your top quarterbacks were never on it. So when I came in, I was on social media. I was doing the commercials right away, and we won Rookie of the Year. We won division title, and it was like everything was gravy. I think if I was coming out today, I look at like Travis Hunter and how he's got a YouTube channel and how he's creating his own content, and then he's still balling out on the field. I think there's a little misunderstanding that as a player, you can't create something that's your own without it distracting from what you're doing. And I think these new age players have captured that essence.
Yeah, because I feel like you probably heard this when you were playing football. Watch what you push on social media, that can affect your money, but they were kind of stifling creativity.
100%. And listen, I want to laugh. I want to have a good time. Like being able to wake up every single day is something that is a blessing that you can't take for granted. So it's okay to crack a joke. It's okay to express yourself and be your true self all the time. Be authentic. And I think that authenticity comes from what you post, but also how you carry yourself. And, you know, I'm forever proud of how I carry myself and what I post on social, to have a good time, to lead people, and to motivate people.
Learn me something, as my late grandmother would say. Who is the NFL's version of Steph Curry?
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a great question, because Steph Curry kind of changed the game with the three-point line and how you do that. Oh, man. I would say it's Lamar Jackson, because Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion, is like the LeBron. You know what I mean? He can kind of do it all. His scrambling ability shows up when you least expect it in the Super Bowl or in the AFC Championship game. But Lamar has shown you that you don't have to throw for 4,000 yards to win MVP. And you don't have to do it the way that they tell you to do it. He's kind of implemented this way of where he can be a quarterback, and it helps Jalen Hurts. It helps Kyler Murray. It helps Jalen Milroe, who's coming out after this year, I think. And that's what I would say. Lamar is that guy, because he's changed the way you view the quarterback position. It doesn't mean that Vic didn't do it. Doesn't mean that Colin didn't do it. Doesn't mean that I didn't do it or Randall Cunningham. It's just he's won 2 MVPs. He's the greatest dual-threat quarterback in NFL history, and I think he's changed the game.
Who was your muse when you played football? Who, like, people want to be like Mike. Who did you want to be like?
Well, you just said it. I wanted to be like Mike. I don't know how I got into football, to be honest with you. I only played it because my friends played it, and I wasn't even a starter in high school until I was a junior. So I wanted to be like Mike.
So you had like that Tim Duncan thing going.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that Jordan was probably my muse. When it came to football, I was a Bronco fan. So John Elway was the guy that I was running around saying, I'm throwing it deep, catches it, touchdown. But my dad made me study Randall Cunningham. So I've got a lot of respect for Randall. He knows that. And when I did that special in Philadelphia with Jalen and Donovan and the guys, that was inspired by Randall Cunningham, because we want to show him the love he deserves.
I feel like, a couple more questions. I feel like when you look at Shannon Sharp, he made the transition from football, commentating, to owning content, branding himself, and more. Have you thought about full-time giving commentary on things outside of football, and if so, what?
Yeah, man, listen, sometimes when things happen in the sports world, you see people gravitate towards politics. I'm 34 years old. I feel like I can talk sports, I can talk entertainment, I can talk politics, but I'm not going to go in any certain one direction because of, in today's world, it's like far right, far left. They'll support you, whatever. I'm just going to continue to be true to myself. If I'm going to comment on Imani Khalif, the boxer from Algeria, and that's something that I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. And I feel like I have the range to be able to pull that off and own my own content, and that's what I'm going to do.
So look, you talked about politics, you're talking about basketball, you're talking about football. I got to ask you about Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas, or Tupac. Who is on your playlist, and what greats do you enjoy in the music space?
Yeah, we just basically kind of talked about it a little bit. Is some people say you can't love Biggie and Pac, but you can. You can appreciate the greatness of what Tupac was able to accomplish. And when you actually listen to him talk, he wasn't just about making club bangers. Right, he was about inspiring the youth to not live that thug life. So I listen to Biggie, I listen to Pac, I listen to Jay-Z, I listen to Nas. I'm a very eclectic music guy, but my favorite artist is Fred Hammond.
You are the living word, saying it.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Oh,
It won't work. We're going to end there. Thank you, brother.
appreciate you, my dog.
My man.